guys, Marsinger here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokan battle video. And so today we are going to be taking a look at the TEQ pan, newly released on Global at 55%. Obviously, I've literally just gotten her awakened, so all of her links are at level 1. So we're going to see how she can get on at 55%. So she's, of course, a Bond of Friendship or Dragon Ball Seekers lead for 170, and then gives an extra 30% to GT heroes. She has a ton of unit super attacks. She infinitely stacks attack, does immense damage, and she has a medium chance to stun. Then she has a unit super with Giru and with Trunks, which is greatly raises attack and has a high chance to stun. And then she has a unit super with Goku that is greatly raises attack and has a great chance to stun. So with the way we've built her team, we can obviously get that pretty much all the time. She gets attack and defense 150, an extra 50% when attacking. She reduces damage received by 50% before attacking, and gets 2 ki and an additional attack 50% as the first attacker in the turn. She also gets an additional attack and defense 20% with each attack performed up to 100. She launches an additional attack that has a high chance to become a super when there is a GT ally whose name includes Goku Jr., Trunks or Giru attacking in the same turn, which we obviously do have. And then of course she does link up very well with B-Pan, which makes sense, I guess, right? So we've jumped into the newest Infinite Dragon Ball history stage, which is the, is it Extraordinary Super Warriors or something? So 2.5 million on her first super, and we get the stun, and then we get the buff from her passive, and you can see she jumps up to 3.1 straight away. So the thing with her that you're going to have to take into account is that because she infinitely stacks attack and she can build it up so quickly, I'm not really like too disappointed with her having a somewhat lower than average attack stat on turn 1. Now again, she is only 55% level 1 links, but you would expect a new Dokkan Fest with 5 links active and support, because Giru is giving her support here as well, to probably hit a little bit harder than 2.5. But she did do the additional super, and of course we have the greatly raising attack as well. So we share 3 links with this physical Goku. Now remember, for her unit super attack with Goku, it has to be a Goku whose name includes Goku brackets GT. So, if we look at this guy, obviously his does, as you can see there, Super Saiyan Goku GT, but the Super Saiyan 4 Goku does not, because as you can see, there is no GT, because there is no Super Saiyan 4 Goku outside of GT, apart from Heroes, obviously, but, you know, they're named differently anyway as well. So, you cannot get the unit super attack with Super Saiyan 4 Goku on the rotation. So, remember to keep that in mind if you are using this pan. Now, she does have an active skill, and that can be triggered by Super Saiyan 4 Goku, because you have to have a Goku ally on rotation with her in order to get to be able to use the active skill, but that does include Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So you can run a Super Saiyan 4 Goku with her, and you're just not going to be getting that buff. You're not going to be getting the unit super, but you can still get the active skill. So turn 2, we've now got the support from Trunks and Goten over here, because obviously they support Goku family and Vegeta family. We only have 240k defense at the start of the turn, but remember in slot 1 we have the damage reduction before we attack. So we'll go ahead and do this, and then we'll do this. So this pan has already gotten off 2 supers. So this is actually a good example of what's going to happen here. We're getting supered in slot 1. We're obviously not super deep into the event, but yeah, double digits. He's sealed though. Oh, that is brutal. We got the additional. You always get the additional as a high chance to become a super. And I guess we did not have a Goku, Giru, or Trunks on the rotation, so no unit super would have been available this turn. Which is unfortunate. But yeah, I did pull Trunks and Giru as well, but in the limited time that I have before I have to go to work, after doing the summons and the stream this morning, I just had enough time to get her awakened and then record this video before having to go to work. So I still have to play her Dokkan event another 5 times in order to get the buffs for, to get the medals to awaken Trunks and Giru. So go ahead and do this. I did get a pan dupe as well, but obviously for the purposes of this video is a 55% showcase, so I will feed the dupe in for when we start doing some of the harder content. Obviously going to try her out against different red zone stages, Cell Max, just to see how she gets on. So we did not get the additional super, sadly, but we still got another super with the greatly raise, which is what we're looking for. And you're going to see here on this turn the fact that we do not have the GT Goku. So as you can see, no unit super attack, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Obviously, with the way her team can be built, very easy to bring a GT Goku. Obviously, the TEQ Super Saiyan 1, the free-to-play one, gets an awakening and an easy A during this celebration. He's not the craziest unit or anything. I haven't even gotten around to doing that easy A, but we'll do a video for him probably tomorrow. And, you know, as a free-to-play option, you can run him on the team in order to get Pan's active skill. So I do see from JP a lot of the criticism about Pan is her team overall. And obviously, because you want to be running some of the units with her to get those unit supers, her team is not necessarily the most powerful. But it's going to be interesting to use her on another team as well. Because, like, you could obviously run her on the LR Super Saiyan 4's team under the GT heroes. Now, I'm fairly sure she's not on Kamehameha, is she? So she's not going to get the 200% leader skill. No, she is. Okay, good. So yeah, she does get their 200% leader skill. And then obviously, because they are GT heroes, you can run Trunks and Giru on her team. So, sorry, on the, you know, on the LR Super Saiyan 4's team with her, right? So you could run them together as a rotation. They give her 70% support if you pick up enough orbs. So obviously very good. What are we looking at here? 232k defense for her. She obviously has the damage reduction in slot 1, and we have type advantage in this phase anyway. So let's see what we can get here. This is the friend one, right? Only got one super before killing off the 4.6. The friend is 55% as well, by the way. So because she has the greatly raise, you really are going to see that number going up and up, like quicker and quicker as you go through, which is really good. So we could go ahead and use... should we use her active skill? Or should we save it? 344k defense now with still greatly raising attack. How many times do we need to attack to be fully built up? It is 5 times. I think this one has attacked 5 times. I should have been keeping track of it, really. But let's not use B-Pan's active skill just yet. And then we'll go ahead and do this. We're obviously going to get the unit super with Giru on the rotation. So 5.1 million. Yeah, okay. I can see the appeal of this Pan. Now, where you can get caught is now that she's attacked, we don't have damage reduction. So if we got supered now after this, we could potentially take some damage. But, I mean, she just put out over 10.5 million attack stat worth of attacks in this one turn. And, of course, because she is infinitely stacking, it means her attack stats on the next turn are going to be even higher than that. So she definitely is able to pack quite the punch. The only downside to her, of course, is going to be how much of a defensive liability she could potentially be when you're in the more difficult content. So, and obviously she doesn't link super well with some of the better units like this Goku. I mean, Goku, he's aged a bit, obviously, the physical Super Saiyan Goku, but I mean, he can still be good on this team. He's getting the 200% leader skill. Every single unit on this team, by the way, is getting the 200% leader skill from Pan. So obviously all of these units are operating at maximum efficiency here. 4.8 million for the friend one. I mean, again, with 3 links active that are level 1, that's pretty good. And then 5.6 on the additional. So you can see how she is stacking up very nicely here, building up big damage. I mean, the other units on the turn not even getting the chance to attack some of the time. So, and then of course Trunks being part of the Trunks and Goten makes them a really great support unit to run, because then you can get the active skill from them as well. Sorry, the unit super from them. So speaking of active skill, let's double check here. After you've performed 5 or more attacks in battle and there's a GT Heroes Goku. Okay, so she probably would have been able to do it this turn, except for the fact that we don't have a Goku on this rotation. So obviously you want to bear that in mind when you are running her and wanting to use her active skill. So we're getting supered in slot 1. We're a bit further into the event now, and we do have support. So is this going to... yeah, double-digit damage. I was just going to say, is this going to do double-digit damage? So I'm not going to get the nodes here, just on the off chance that they survive and then we do an additional. But she's at 5.7 million now on this turn. So yeah, very, very good for 55%. It'll be interesting to see her against like some of these red zone stages or Cell Max, where obviously you don't have as much time to build up as you do in something like, you know, Infinite Dragon Ball History, because she's not going to be able to get built up as quickly. She only needs to attack 5 times to max out her passive. But turn 1 is probably going to be her biggest liability for those more difficult events. Like, imagine you do Red Zone Broly, you put her in slot 1, she tanks a couple of normal attacks, supers, and then he supers her. Especially at 55%, she's just going to get absolutely destroyed. So I think I'm definitely impressed with the performance so far. She's one of the units that I didn't really watch much of the videos and stuff when she came out on JP. I obviously saw the clips and screenshots of her active skill doing insane damage, which I think... Can we do the friend one now? Yeah, we can. Alright, so let's make sure the animation skip is not on. Okay, yeah, it was good. Alright, so let's put her in the middle. We have, what, 4 links active. I think her passive is fully built up here. So let's go ahead and see her active skill animation.
I'll show you what I can do.
Oh yeah, of course she's on Kame now.
Well done, Pan.
Then comes Goku. Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I mean, that, even though it's a very short thing, that Super Saiyan 4 Goku Kamehameha looks sick. And then, yeah, look at that. 6.5 million with no crit. Now, her active skill greatly raises attack for the turn, and then it gives her a 59% chance to crit for the turn as well. So we're very unlucky that we didn't get the crit there, but it means for the rest of the turn, all of her attacks have a 59% chance to crit as well. So this should probably still do double-digit damage, I imagine. Yup. So yeah, very good in slot 1 before she attacks, but you have to be very careful that she's not taking a super directly after that, because that's when you could potentially start to take some big damage. But we get the crit, 5 mil, very, very good. Now my one is a bit more built up here, and as you can see the example that I was going to give, or that I was giving before, where we can do her active skill because this Goku is a GT Goku, right? So what we're going to do is, can we one-shot with her? Let us go ahead and we'll use Bipan's active skill, and then we'll use Goku's active skill, because Goku's active skill will do some big damage as well. And then Bipan's active, TEQ Pan's active skill should then, maybe, if it gets the crit, I feel like it will kill them, because this is my one who has gotten more build-up overall. We've been luckier with the way the turns played out, where she was able to get more additional supers, because the friend one, I think at least twice during this run, got 1 super off, and then that was enough to kill the enemy. So let's go ahead and see what my one can do here. Hopefully my one can get the crit, because we are fighting an in enemy. So if we're not critting, we're obviously not doing huge damage here. But let's see what we can do. Come on, get the crit. Give me the big damage. Because we've had quite a good amount of stacking. So let's see. Come on, crit. Oh, damn it, no crit. It's unfortunate because with type disadvantage, the crit really matters, because we've seen before, like with LR STR Cooler, if you're getting the crit against Broly with his active skill, you can do like 14 million damage. If you don't get the crit, it does like 2.5. So it is a huge difference when you have type disadvantage. But there you go. See, when she gets the crit, now she's up to 7.7 million. I mean, we got the B-Pan active as well for this turn. But yeah, look at that. Pan is done. So there you go. That is the 55% TEQ Pan. Definitely quite impressive. It'll be interesting to see how well she does in the more difficult content, and whether she does get caught out by some of these harder hitting bosses. But I'm definitely impressed with what I'm seeing so far. This is obviously my first time using her. First impression at 55%. She's pretty good. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Hopefully you got lucky if you did summon. If you haven't summoned yet, then I wish you luck. But yeah, she's pretty decent. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.